I think it's about time to get started for our 9th community call. We have about 14 people in the call right now. I think that's plenty for the few announcements that we have today. Something really cool. It's been basically since the first day that the first tweet that BabelFish put out. It's been 111 days. It's been 91 days from the first community call, 80 days from the first bounty being announced, and 42 days from XUSD being live on mainnet, or testing on mainnet, as some people like to say. I think that's pretty cool. Some good numbers in there. Right now, XUSD, there's about almost 10 million in deposits. We're at about, last I checked, at 9.5 in deposits, mostly consisting on USDT deposits, and we really have to thank the sovereign community in large part for pushing XUSD adoption for the alpha stage. But really exciting to see how far we've come with no marketing. It's all no marketing budget. It's all completely organic growth by the people in this call and users of the protocol. Now there's a lot of work that's ahead of us. This is really where the work is going to start for us. So as announced in the call, the main objectives, as announced on the advertising for this call on Twitter, the main objectives for this brief bi-weekly update. It's also the second bounty drop, as well as a sticker competition. So the first bounty drop that we had, that was 420,000 fish, that has been completed, and we learned a lot as a community from that bounty. So one of the things that we learned, it was a great way to onboard talent into the community as we create this decentralized DAO before a token generation event, and that's what we want to do for this next drop. Basically, we want to keep some of the bounties running, while also sort of like optimizing the objective to create a team of cool talent from around the world. Right now, if you go to the website of BabelFish.money as part of this effort, you will see that right now there is a link to the knowledge base. So this is some work that we've begun working on. It's just to share with the community a bit more information on this, decentralized autonomous organization, or DAO, that we want to build basically ahead of the token sale. So because we haven't had a token generation event yet, it's important that we keep these bounties running and start building the team, and keeping track of these rewards, so that potentially, whether it's before a token sale or after, we can properly reward the contributors. So this is a very early phase of sort of like the knowledge base. There's a lot of things that will start being added here, and we hope that this will basically help orient people around the things, that the opportunities and the work that's needed to be done to create this project together. So if you click on that on the knowledge base, it will take you to a Notion page that we're building right now as a team. It's pretty cool. For example, you can click on organization, and it will explain properly sort of like the 6 major schools that we have on BabelFish. These are basically departments, and we call them schools of fish. So we have, the development school of fish, the strategy school, the community school, adoption school, story school, and ecosystem school. So each of these school has their own objectives and their own sort of like specific assignments that they need to focus on, and each of them has like a dolphin, which is sort of like in charge of each school. Many of these dolphins have been joining BabelFish soon after the first drop. That's how we started creating this team through a bounty drop. And now basically they are in charge of each of these different schools. So we really break down in there the different roles that one can take. We decided that there should be about 5 roles, depending on the time commitment that you wish to dedicate the project. And we also updated, basically, there's a button in there in the Notion to join BabelFish. And so we updated also that spreadsheet to make it really easy to sort of, if you want to participate, just fill in that form. And one of the respective dolphins in charge of the school that you want to join will reach out to you and will also just to have a short 10-minute conversation to hear more about you. And then ideally also invite you to the specific channel on Discord so that you can start, getting involved in completing bounties that will be transparently shared on the Notion as well that each school wants to do, or even suggesting your own, right? So there are no experts here. We really believe that it's, only together we will be able to do what we all want to do, right? So we need the feedback from the most diverse group of people that we can get. That is kind of like the major update regarding the bounty drops. There will be more updates going on the Notion throughout the coming days. Again, there are still some ongoing bounties when it comes to a podcast or a video, things like that. Those are still ongoing, and it's explained on the Notion very clearly. But the cool thing is that now each school will start feeling sort of like creating their own specific bounties, which is pretty cool. Besides that, we have a pretty cool bounty from the community team, and we will have, I think, Flametail, who's in this call, he will, as soon as I finish this quick update, if he wants to explain it briefly, that'd be great. My last point to announce in here would be that we're still scheduling the first sort of like risk board or advisory committee to take place before the end of this month. We're looking to have a handful of professionals from the space, if there is such a thing as professional, but just, to have some sort of like additional board of names that we can rely on to add a sort of like, some sort of like rigor on top of the DAO when it comes to the decisions or on when we're lending and all of those parameters. So more news about that will also be released ideally by the next bi-weekly community update. So those are the main things that I wanted to share from my end. All of the days since we that have passed since we officially launched, and the update on the knowledge base and the progress on the risk board. And I think that's from my end. Flametail, take it away.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, so from the community schools perspective, we thought we were a couple of weeks, I think, away from the fish launch, and we had a successful design competition for the BabelFish logo a couple of weeks ago, and we really liked the participation from the community and seeing everyone work together and making something really cool. And I think we achieved that with our logo. That we actually wanted to repeat that, and then with stickers, because every community needs some kind of I don't want to say branding, but something to show who you are, right? So like it's something like a personality vibe giving off. So yeah, that's why we want to introduce a sticker competition. The sticker competition will be fairly simple. We have a couple of rules set up. I will share those later. I think that's easiest for you to read instead of me telling you. Yeah, so the headline is that we want that we have, like, instead of 3 winners, what we had with the design competition for the BabelFish logo, is now that we have 30 winners, so that everyone can really participate, because it doesn't have to be hard to build a cool sticker. Every simple concept could be the best eventually. So yeah, that's really what we want to aim for, and then participate in the designated channel that I will open up after the call. Yeah, and please participate and go for it. Show us what you can do.
Show us what you got, Flametail. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And right now, I think the instructions, again, if you go to the bounties page on the knowledge base that's being built by us all, if you go on the that's right now being shared on the community bounty. And if you open it, there's like sort of like a brief summary on it. So that's great to just have like a quick access in there, one place to find everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So go and look at the knowledge base and see what we prepare for you. We will also share it in the designated channel, but the knowledge base is the centralized place for for all information, really. I think, yeah, that was a short, brief introduction for the competition from my side.
Awesome. Yes, I think that's the biggest update. And again, so the bounties page, if you go in there, there's one link that has no school, and it has the continuous bounties, and those are basically for memes, for podcasts, bloggers, and still the miscellaneous ongoing. And the instructions are there also very briefly if you want to suggest either to participate or to suggest your own bounty. We redirect users always to to fill the form that some of you may have filled a while back. This is just a bit updated. So the idea is to keep onboarding users, and we're just really excited to to begin updating this board as time goes by. I think another cool thing in there is content. We have, for example, a lot of content that has been created by the community as well, and it's just in many different places. So now you can, if you go to content, you will see there's a lot of different types of content, from podcasts to all of the community calls that we've had. Some ads that have been made by the community, and it's all being guarded there. So again, we're really excited. There's within this notion, there are more things that will be opened up later on. Just like on Discord, if you are a member of a school, as soon as you join it, this sort of like Discord channels will open up to you, sort of like based on the school that you are. The same way will be in Notion, where each team will use it sort of like a single place of truth, and all the teams can coordinate the tasks that they need to do based on sort of like larger project roadmap things that are sort of like shared and discussed and sort of like agreed on by the dolphins. So I think this is sort of like the first step as we continue to figure out how to build a DAO, even before the token generation event. And again, we're really excited to see and announce something after the first meeting with like a risk board a couple weeks maybe after that. We really want to move ahead with the token generation event. Maybe if it happens before a sale, just so that we can properly reward the communities and start constructing this DAO. And we really need your help. There is no right way to build a DAO. This is a revolution that is happening right now in the space. If you're here, you probably agree with what I am saying. So if you really want to take part in in helping to build a DAO, figuring it out together with friends from around the world in a distributed, decentralized, and transparent fashion, and have your voice in here and learn together, definitely make sure to fill that form. Make sure that you join one of the schools, and your voice will be heard. Your contributions will be seen, and this is the best way to be rewarded. We're all basically onboarding at the same time here. So we want you in this spaceship. And I think that is the sort of like the main update on the bounties, right? So just go check them out on the bounties page there. And if you want to make your own suggestion, just make sure that you fill that form or reach out to any of the relevant roles that you can see on the Discord chat as well. I think those are the main updates that we have here. So for the next 10 minutes, of course, any questions that you may have, now's the time to do it. So please raise your hand and we will give you the stage. Laura, thank you. For a newbie.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Okay. I was just wondering, I'm pretty new to BabelFish, and I was just wondering how to join a school. Where do I need to go?
So that's a great question. If I knew, so before it was a bit confusing, but now to join BabelFish, you just go to BabelFish.money, basically the website, and if you scroll down, there's a link to the knowledge base that we're building. There is a button there that says Join BabelFish. It's a quick form that should take you 2 minutes to fill in. And then someone from the team will reach out to you. And it's as simple as that. We will find something. We would be very happy to have you join us.
Okay, thanks.
You.
Maybe we can put a link directly to the Join BabelFish link right on the main page with a little call out or something like that.
Great idea.
Looks great. Notion is fantastic, by the way. I'm really excited about this. And it sounds like we're going to be using it in a fairly interactive way where it's pretty much open. And that's exciting.
I think, yes, we need to be as open as possible. You know, we have all of these different channels taking place. And, you know, it's also cool that, you know, channels open up to you as you join. But at least when it comes to Notion, that should definitely be the objective, right? Across all schools, including the development school, which has been very stealth so far on the alpha stage too.
Nice. Yeah. I've got a couple of buddies who are becoming more seasoned in their crypto dev skills. And so they're looking for ways to get involved, and it'd be interesting to try to find ways for more intermediate and experienced but less crypto knowledgeable devs to try and find a path to contribute in some way.
Awesome. Yeah, let's see what sort of bounties the development team can come with. I'm sure that they need some. There's always place for help.
Yeah, I was thinking that there's always kind of like a project that gets put on the back burner because it's one of those that's maybe tedious or just frustrating that someone else would find approach it differently and enjoy the task, find it educational. DeFi Yogi is in the house. I want to say thank you to DeFi Yogi for some amazing 3D contributions that have been outstanding and just prolific. Super cool stuff. So if you guys haven't seen that, get involved, join in the story school, and check out the flow of the design there because it's 3D stuff is amazing. So thanks again. Keep it up. There you go, DeFi Yogi. You're on the stage now.
Hello, guys. It's been an honor, sir. It's really been an honor to be involved in 3D, and all these aspects in BabelFish are very exciting. I still thinking about our coins falling apart, and this is a very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. I'm anxious for Wednesday. Wednesday we have time to talk. Thank you, guys.
That's amazing. Yeah, I would think about you and other 3D artists, like, in a way, because there's going to be so much, immersive Internet of Things and digital realm and kind of more of this going on, obviously. It's almost like you guys are crafting the new world, in a way, like all the objects and the assets and the 3D things. They're going to be more, accessible and interactive, and we're going to be able to manipulate them with different technologies and things. And that's kind of exciting. So yeah, kind of think that way when you're doing 3D, because that's a fascinating part about it, is that it can take on a life of its own. It can become 3D animations and motion graphics and all the cool stuff that you're doing. Fantastic.
Augmented reality as well.
Yeah, that's really like one of the most exciting things to me. Super exciting. I know a guy who's coding some VR stuff. Is actually one of the guys I was talking about. He's a pretty experienced developer, but he's coding some amazing VR stuff for an engineering application that kind of shows you like what a building will look like before it's constructed, with like a holographic kind of a thing. And so since he's able to do that kind of stuff, I can only imagine what he could do with some of our assets.
Of course, with the next generation of wearables, we are a step closer to a very different reality ahead of us. It's amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna see BabelFish swimming around before us, before our eyes, overlaid over everything on the heads-up displays. Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think this is amazing what you guys are discussing, Novax and DeFi Yogi, and it's true. Like it does sound like far out, but having 10 million in collateral right now, that makes XUSD one of the, if not the largest stablecoin already on rootstock. And rootstock is really important in Latin America. And it's starting in El Salvador, but it can quickly spread to Paraguay and Brazil. So if the revolution really comes here, rootstock will do extremely well, and that's why we really need to make sure that XUSD and BabelFish, have a product, a stablecoin that is stable, that cares about its users, and we need the right sort of like creative collateral to make sure that people are aware of what we're building and that we have a very cool brand. So really exciting to see what's happening over at the Story with the Story School of Fish.
Yeah, and don't forget, on a stablecoin note or just global economy note, the United States has gone ahead with payments of, I think it's around $500 per month per family until December, starting I think next month. So, and I think it's exclusive to if you have children. Fairly sure that's the case. So I don't know if it's a certain amount per child or whatever, but just wanted to mention that because I think that this sort of stimulus activity definitely will have a very, we're talking about almost what, $3,000 or $4,000 or $6,000. I'm not sure how many months and what the exact amount is, but in everyone's pocket in the U.S. who has kids, and that's just going to have an inflationary effect. So something to consider that's going on in the background as you're looking at stablecoins and the USD specifically.
Absolutely. Cool. Yes, yeah, we're almost at the half-hour mark. We're always looking for any questions that that you may have as users, contributors, and just generally part of the community. So if you have any other questions, Hyde, I see you joined. Yeah, and otherwise we should start getting it up and continue with the week. So Hyde, take it away.
Hi, hello. I have a question from one of our community members from Telegram. I know we are far away, maybe not far away. We are some weeks away from the sale, but his question was about airdrop, and the question is, will vested reward soft tokens that are staked for 10 months and therefore they have governance rights be considered for the airdrop, or only the voluntary staked soft tokens? I think it's also affects also people from Genesis sale.
You rephrase or repeat the question? It wasn't clear. I think if I understood correctly, I think this question has been answered before, which is basically once we have a token generation event, once BabelFish's token generation event takes place for the airdrop to SOV stakeholders, the one that was approved and voted on the SIP. So more may even come depending on internal conversations with the dev team. But the one that was voted on, the whole intention is to reward people that are long-term invested in sovereign governance, because that is the type of user that BabelFish will need. That is, whether you are delegating your votes or not. You know, the longer that you're staked for, or the longer that you're delegating for, that can be sort of like broken down and segmented, and we will make sure to reward also the people that are delegating for SOV. That being said, you know, XUSD been live now for 42 days. And you know, people have made deposits and people are using it, people are trusting the protocol, and you know, the devs are learning a lot from that usage as well. Maybe they should also be rewarded. So these are many things that we're looking into. So hopefully we've allocated for the BabelFish tokenomics a large percentage to reward the community, as well as for liquidity mining. So yes, I think that answers the question, Hyde, which is basically, you know, we will make sure to reward people that are
Dark Knight. What I think this member who asked this question was talking about SOV as a reward, and he might be a member of sovereign teams. So they are paid in SOV, but those SOVs are vested. Not they are staked for 10 months, but this is not voluntarily stake SOV. That's the issue. So like the Genesis participants, they have also the tokens vested for 10 months, and they have governance rights. So the question is, if all people with governance rights are going to be are going to participate in the airdrop, or only those who make it themselves, who voluntarily stake SOV.
Let's try to. I like to see that specific question. If you can just send it to me via chat, and it sounds very peculiar or specific. So I'd like to see it. And again, all of these things are still being finalized when it comes for the token sale, as well as for the TGE airdrops and sort of like retroactive rewards still being finalized. But I would like to see that. I saw that you already shared it with me. Thank you, and we will look into it. People, basically, we want to reward people that are SOV stakers long term, that believe in governance. And basically, that's the sort of user that we want. So if it makes sense, we will try to accommodate them best we can.
Yeah, cool stuff. I just opened the sticker competition channel on the Discord under the fish tank category. I'll put it under the arts and illustration channel. So those two are close. I can't wait to see everyone's contributions, and I hope to see you there. Thank you all for participating if you're going to design a sticker or more.
Hi
Thanks,
guys.
Lexo.
Sorry. I filled out the form, so I'm waiting for someone to contact me. Thanks.
You DeFi newbie. Awesome. Awesome. I think if nobody else has raised the hand, I think it's the same participants from the beginning, so we can adjourn this 9th community call. And looking forward to have a larger team and have some very cool updates 2 weeks from now. And yes, until then, have a great week. Have a fruitful week. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay sovereign.
Have a nice week, everyone.
See you guys. Thanks again.